Hello guys, welcome back to AAS Learning. So in this video we will see the interview experience with HCL. So let's start. So interview was based on the Spring Boot, Java, Hibernate and SQL, and mostly the question were asked on Java only. Only some of the questions were based on SQL and Spring Boot, and the experience required for this an interview for this position was like between 4 to 6 years, and the salary offered was in the range of 15 to 17 LPA. So first question which was asked in this interview was basic on OOPS concept, means difference between abstraction and encapsulation. So you can describe him about what is the by using definition. So by one liner, if you want to describe, you can say abstraction, we hide the implementation details from the client side, so we just declare the method, but the other class implement those method in the like child class. Then for encapsulation, you can tell that we provide the capsule, means the protection layer for our variables method, so that they cannot be used or they cannot be accessed over other classes. Like we use private int a for encapsulating that variable a. Next question was difference between method overloading and overriding. So method overloading is basically we can use the same name of the method, and we can just change the number of parameters or arguments which we pass to that method, and we can also change the return type, means based on, for example, we have int add method, and in that we are passing int a comma int b. So if you want to use this same method for 3 arguments, so you can just write int add, and then you can use int a int a comma int b comma int c. So here you can just overload that particular same method. And overriding means overloading is compile time comes under compile time polymorphism, and overriding is runtime polymorphism. So overriding we just override the same method in our child class. So one parent class contains, for example, int add method, and you can override this method into a child class and just provide the implementation. So you can learn more about this difference on the like any tutorial website. Next question was explain exception hierarchy. So first we have throwable class, under which we have exception and error. In error we have like out of memory or something related with the system kind of issues, like system errors. And in exception we have then again 2 categories, that is check exception and uncheck exception. You can just provide the definition of it, like when check exception occurs and when uncheck exception occurs, and you can just give the 1 or 2 example of each of the category. Next was based on the exception handling only, that how can we create customized exceptions. So customized exceptions we can create, like for example, we are dealing with some application in which some functionality with the like student records we have to find, but student is not found in the database. So to handle such kind of customized exception, we just need to define, or we just need to extend exception class, and we can just provide our method name, that is student not found, and some meaningful name, and we can also pass the message and status code, which can be handled into a service layer later on. So in this way you can just write the customized exception class. Next was the question based on this output, like this was a snippet given into the chat window, and I have to just like find the output of this. So if you try, or if you run this program into a IDE, so you will get the output as 3, because in try block we are not showing any exception, or there is no chance of exception coming into the try block here. So 5 will obviously not get printed. But if you notice, the try return 2 try ends, and then finally starts return 3 finally ends. So whenever we are returning some value from that particular method, so it will always return the value which is present in finally block, if and only if finally is present. If you are not writing finally only in this snippet, suppose you are writing try and catch, then it will return 2. Otherwise, whatever the value we are returning in finally, it will get written. So this was the snippet type of question. Next was difference between string and string buffer. So string is basically immutable in nature, but string buffer is mutable in nature. This was one of the major difference. And also you can add one more point here, that to avoid safety or thread safety, you can just use a string buffer or string buffer for thread safety operations. So there are one or two more difference. You can just go through it on it. Next question was based on the Java programming, like reverse the given string without using predefined methods. Like we don't have to use reverse method, but we have to reverse string. So in this case, you can just convert it into str char array using str.toChar array, then just traversing that array into the reverse order. So that was simple question. And next question was also based on the string only, that what are the given string was there, so we just have to reverse the occurrences of word. So this question we have already covered in Java interview question playlist. You can refer that. I will provide the link in description, and you can also see the thumbnail into the video right now. Next question was find the second highest number from given integer array. So there was one integer array given, and you have to find the second highest. So you can just do one approach. You can just use the one of the approach that sort the array in ascending order or descending order. If you are sorting in descending order, then you can get the second highest by using just writing the array of n minus 2, where n is array.length. So in this way you can solve this problem. And next question was remove duplicates from given integer array using stream API. So the integer array which was given in the previous question, same integer array we have to use, and we have to use the stream API here to remove the duplicates. So here you can use the distinct function. Basically, first you have to convert that array to array list, then array list you can pass through that stream, and you can use the distinct function there. Next question was difference between application context and bin factory. So this was based on Spring. So you can just go through the difference between both of these application bin factory on the net. But one of the major difference is that application factory application context suppose the event handling and also internationalization, but this is not possible in the case of bin factory. There are more differences too. You can just refer it from the tutorials. Next question was also on Spring, that is what is cyclic bin dependency. So cyclic bin dependency occurs when the situation is like bin A depends on bin B and bin B depends again on bin A. So there is a cycle formation between two bins. So you can avoid this issue by using the lazy initialization concept. So you can just lazy initialize one of the bin out of two, A or B, and Spring will decide based on that which bin to initialize lazily and which bin to be initialized eagerly. So that in that way we can achieve or we can resolve this issue, cyclic bin dependency. And last question was based on SQL, that query to find second highest salary from employee table. So this was one of the most asked interview question on based on SQL. We have also covered the video on this particular question in our SQL interview question playlist. So the link is given in the description, and you can also watch the thumbnail right now in our video. So you can just refer to that. And for more such video, follow us on Instagram and also subscribe to our channel AS Learning. Thank you. That's it from this video. Have a nice day.